Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jen, also known as Blessed Yoga, and today we're going to be flowing through a super calming, gentle, loving flow as requested by you guys on Instagram. So this is one to kind of show love to yourself, to be kind to yourself, and yeah, just a little bit of TLC. So when you're ready, click play in the Spotify playlist below if you want to flow along with music, and we'll hop on our mat and get started. So coming to lie all the way down flat onto your mat, letting legs come out long, arms to your sides, palms facing upwards. And just take that minute to arrive on your mat this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is for you. Trying to leave behind anything that did or didn't happen in the day already, and anything that may need to happen during the rest of the day. Coming into the exact present moment that you're in. And then scooching shoulders a little bit closer together, so just tucking them under your back slightly so that your chest is a little bit lifted. And then starting to turn your attention towards your body, noticing how you're feeling today, noticing where you may be holding on to tension. And then more importantly, I want you to focus on how you're feeling mentally today. What kind of mood you're in. Maybe you're feeling really energetic, upbeat, or maybe you're feeling a little low, like you need a little bit more energy in your life, like you need to learn to love yourself, to show yourself kindness. Taking one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Start to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. Really blowing up the belly and the chest with every inhale. And every exhale blowing out all the air from the chest, from the belly. Moving like that through your breaths. Noticing that rise and fall. And then whilst you're doing that, I just want you to take a minute to talk to yourself, to say, I am loved, I am safe, I'm at home in this body that I was given, that helps me walk through this earth, allows me to do what I want to do. We give out so much kindness, so much support to other people, and we don't find that same kind of loving kindness for ourselves. So this is your time to do exactly that. Letting arms fall out to the sides again. You're going to take knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug in. Starting to take gentle rocks side to side, massaging the lower back, giving it the attention that it needs. And then letting arms fall out to the side into a T shape. Letting these fall all the way over to the right side. If your eyes are still closed, you can keep them that way, or if it makes you feel more comfortable, you can blink them open and turn your head to face the left side. And here we're just breathing through the side of the ribs, pulling knees in one direction and your arm in the opposite direction. Trying to stretch out through the side of the body, breathing into that tightness, and then coming up and over all the way to the other side, letting these fall over to the left, you look over to the right with the head. And then again we're trying to pull knees over to one direction, shoulder over to the other, and we're really trying to keep that right shoulder down on the floor. So it doesn't matter if your knees don't come all the way down, rather root down through the shoulder and then work on lowering the knees. Taking one more breath here, inhale and exhale. Inhaling these all the way back up into chest. Again, hugging them in to reset the back. And then taking hands underneath the kneecaps, rocking and rolling a few times forwards and backwards until you can come all the way up to a nice tall seat at the front of the mat. I'm going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to inhale, sweep the hands up overhead, look up. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your right hand to your left knee and let that left hand come behind you. As you breathe in, sitting up really tall like someone's pulling you up from your head. And as you exhale, try and twist around a little further. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale to twist. Inhaling both hands back up overhead. And exhaling, letting the left hand drop down to the knee. Right hand comes behind you. We're twisting on the other side. Inhale to get tall. Exhale to twist a little deeper. One more breath here. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. And then letting both hands come back overhead. Taking palms to heart center. And then you're going to roll over either all the way over onto the knees or just swinging the legs out to the side so we come into tabletop, hands and knees. Inhaling, starting to drop the belly, lift the chest, tailbone reaches high. And as you exhale, push and round, tuck your chin towards your chest for cat pose. Two more like this. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Really try and create space through the heart center. And as you exhale, push and round. Trying to separate the shoulder blades. See how it feels to take a little rock forwards and backwards. Where's that sweet spot? Good. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Cow pose. Exhale, push and round to your cat. And then coming to a neutral spine, you're going to walk your hands back towards your knees, sitting on your heels, keeping toes untucked, and then sweeping hands overhead. And as you exhale, I want you to cactus your arms down so they're like goalposts in line with the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then see if you can take a little back bend, so you're really trying to open up through the heart center. Inhale, pushing all that good energy back up into the sky. Exhale, cactusing the arms, squeezing shoulder blades together. Little back bend, just to where it feels comfortable, but you're pushing your boundaries a little bit. Inhale, pushing up to the sky, hands come straight. Last one, inhaling, hands reaching taller. Exhale, cactusing the arms, bending through the back. Feeling that slight vulnerability in the chest. Keeping your heart open to any possibilities that are coming your way. Any good that you've manifested through creating good vibes, good energy during your practice. And then inhale, squeeze the hands up. Taking them back down to the mat. And then tucking toes under, lifting the knees, pushing back into your downward facing dog. So this might be the first that you've done in the day. Starting to pedal through the legs. Loosening the hamstrings, the calves. And every time you pedal a heel down, I want you to really push your chest back towards your thigh. Doing a couple more like that. Keep breathing. And then looking towards your toes, bending the knees, walking your hands back towards your feet. And then pausing here in a fold, letting the head rest down. Arms go heavy, neck goes heavy. And then heel-toeing feet slightly apart from each other and grabbing opposite elbows.
So you can keep a nice micro bend in the knees, or you can keep them straight, it's up to you. And then slowly starting to rock from side to side in your ragdoll. Gently releasing the lower back, getting into the hamstrings. Really feeling your weight go heavy, falling forwards. And then release your arms to the ground. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. And roll the shoulders down. Inhale, sweep the hands up, look up. As you exhale, folding forwards through heart center, hands come down. Heel toe feet slightly closer together again. And then bend your knees, do an animal crawl forwards to your plank position. Then dropping the knees down, lowering all the way down onto your belly, keeping elbows wrapped in. And then inhale, pushing up into your cobra. It doesn't matter if your cobra's down here, up here, it's still good. And then exhale, lowering down onto your belly. We're going to take hands wider than the mat. Inhale, pushing up into your wide arm cobra. Keep squeezing the bum to protect the lower back. And then dropping that right shoulder down towards the floor, look over the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side, left shoulder drops down. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lowering the heart space all the way to the floor. Taking elbows directly underneath the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. Wow, it's got really hot and sunny here. We're going to press into the hands and then start to lift up the elbows with your inhale. Keep squeezing the bum. Keep squeezing the bum. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into the floor so quads are engaged. Exhale, lower elbows down. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower down. And then taking hands together, pressing the top of your head into your hands and give your hips a little shake, wiggle side to side. Releases your lower back. Taking hands underneath your shoulders, you're going to tuck your toes and push yourself all the way up into hands and knees. And then from here, you can keep toes tucked or you can untuck them. We're going to walk our hands forwards to our puppy pose. So we're trying to keep our hips stacked over our knees. Either taking the top of your head down or your chin down to the mat. Breathing through the tightness in the heart space. Our shoulders tend to round and drop down to try and protect our heart, protect us from any damage, from injury, from any unkind words. And this is our opportunity in our safe space to reopen that up. Keep breathing, breathing will help. And then slowly starting to push up, walking hands back towards you. And then sitting your heels down towards, sitting your hips down towards your heels for your child's pose. Relaxing the arms, relaxing the head, feeling that connection with the third eye in between the eyebrows and the ground. Slowly coming back up to hands and knees, tucking toes under, coming all the way back into your downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg all the way up to the sky. You're going to point the toes over to the left. open up the hips and try and stack one hip on top of the other, coming to your scorpion pose. If you can, doing little circles with the knee, with the hip, with the toes. And then looking forwards, planting that foot between the hands. Doesn't matter if you don't get there. I'll give you a little time to shuffle it forwards. And then looking forwards, you're going to drop the left heel down to the floor. So warrior 2 feet. And do a big cartwheel, open up into warrior 2. Staying strong here. Arms aren't floppy. Arms are strong. You're a warrior. You're ready to fight anyone that messes with your vibes. Good, and then flip that front hand, backhand rests on your thigh, and you're going to reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in the front knee, keep a light hand on the back thigh. Good, exhale, cartwheel, hands down, frame the front foot, drop the back knee down, and then slowly starting to push weight backwards, coming into our half splits, leading the chest forwards. Doesn't matter if you're up here, maybe you need a block or some books or bottles to help you, but just breathing where you are. Two more breaths. And then calming forwards into your lunge. You're going to wiggle that front foot forward so that we can take a nice deep stretch through the left hip. We hold lots of emotion in our hips. So often it doesn't just feel physically uncomfortable, but it can feel mentally uncomfortable to release any shit that you may be holding on to in that area. Taking hands to the mat, tucking the back toes, lift that back knee and send your right leg all the way up to the sky. See if you can drop the left heel down, get through that calf, doesn't matter how low the right leg drops. And then looking forward, sending your right knee to your right wrist, drop that leg down and slide the left leg back for pigeon. Inhale, we're going to sweep hands all the way up to the sky, little back bend. If you want to take hands together, take hands together. If it feels better to have them open, do it. But just make sure you're breathing. You're not sitting down onto the right hip. Hips are square. And then slowly lowering elbows down to the mat, relaxing the head down. If this is good for you, stay here if it's already a bit intense. Or if you want a little more, you can stretch hands. I don't have space, but you can, all the way out in front and let your head drop down to the floor. Taking 3 big breaths here, really audible, loud breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, breathe in and exhale. Last one, I want you to do a huge breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, let all that bad vibes, bad shit go. Good, and the next breath in, you breathe in all the yoga energy, all the good vibes. Good, slowly walking yourself back up. You're going to tuck those back toes, lift up the back knee and send your right leg all the way back to meet the other. And we're going to just do a little pedal through either side, either leg to release that hip and glute. Good, coming straight to the other side. We inhale, left leg comes all the way up to the sky. And then we start to point our toes over to the right, trying to stack one hip on top of the other, almost pushing hips in the opposite direction to your toe, really trying to open up and stretch through the hips, through the side of the body. Again, taking little circles with the knees if you want to. And then taking your leg all the way back up to the sky, looking forwards and stepping between the hands. Then we're going to drop that back heel down to warrior 2 feet. So toes point to the long edge of the mat. And then we inhale all the way up to our warrior 2. Arms to your T shape. Strong warriors. And then as you breathe in, flip that front hand. Back hand rests on your thigh and you reverse your warrior. Not losing that bend in the front knee. Good, cartwheeling hands down all the way to the floor. Frame that front foot, back knee drops down, and we start to send our weight backwards for our half splits, straightening the front leg. As you breathe in, try and get a little straighter in the back, and as you breathe out, try and fold a little deeper. Inhale to straighten, exhale to fold. 2 more here. Keep breathing. Good, starting to bend into that front knee, coming to our low lunge. Crawl that foot forwards for a little bit more of an intense stretch through the right hip. And then really leaning down into the hip flexor, keeping both bum cheeks engaged. Good, and then gently pressing hands into the mat, tucking the back toes, lift up the back knee and send your left foot all the way up to the sky. Then from here, dropping your right heel down towards the mat, trying to stretch through the calf, through the hamstrings. And then looking forward, sending that left knee to the left wrist. So your leg's in like a backward 7. And then you let that right leg slide back behind you. Inhale, squeezing your bum cheeks, sweeping your hands up to the sky. Surrendering yourself to the universe. Breathing through the heart space. And then slowly lowering down. 1 elbow at a time. And then if that feels comfortable for you and your hips feel square, you can come all the way down to rest on your forehead. And then whilst you're here in your safe space, I want you to just say one thing to yourself that you like, something that you like about yourself. And it's not arrogant, it's not self-absorbed, self-obsessed. To remind yourself what you like about yourself. So just take that minute to find one thing. There must be one. And then slowly walking hands back up. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and send that left foot back to meet the right. And give your legs a little pedal out to release any kind of tension, get that blood flow going again. And then we're slowly going to lower the knees down, untuck the toes and send your bum back towards your heels. And then slowly coming up to stand onto the knees. We're coming through our camel pose. So you're going to take hands behind your back. I like to do thumbs into the soft part of the back. So just above those bony bits, we have a nice soft part in the lower back, the lumbar spine. And we're going to try and squeeze shoulders together. So elbows are tucking behind us. We're squeezing our hips and our bum forward. This really helps to protect the lower back. And then you're going to roll the shoulders back, start to bend backwards. Keep pressing into that soft part of the back. Rolling the shoulders back one more time. Maybe you let the head drop down a little further. Taking tiny sips of air. And then slowly sitting back down onto your heels, taking your head to the floor, coming into your safe space. And then coming back up with coming for our second camel. Either You can start to lower back like we did before and pause there. If you want to and you feel like you can reach, you can tuck your toes under and try to grab onto one heel, and if that feels okay and you're fully engaging everything, you can grab the other and really push out through the chest, through the heart space. If that's easy for you, you can have a go with untucking the toes and trying to grab onto the heel and then the other heel and working with that. If you want to drop the head back, drop the head back. And then slowly coming up from wherever you are, sitting onto the heels, taking your head to the floor. Noticing if maybe your heart started racing a little faster. And then rolling over, sitting onto your bum, extending your legs out long, coming all the way down into your Savasana, corpse pose. And we'll work with the same kind of tucked shoulders like how we started. So you really want to squeeze shoulder blades together behind you. Keep that chest space open, palms up to receive energy. Trusting in this process that the universe will guide you on whatever journey was meant for you. It will show the way down any path you're meant to take. And just remember on that journey to be kind to yourself, to be intuitive, to listen what your body needs, what your mind needs. If all your friends are going out and you don't feel like it, and you don't feel like it serves your higher purpose, then don't go. If you feel like someone's asking something of you, or maybe you're asking something of yourself that doesn't serve you, that doesn't sit right with you, then change your course. Listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your gut. Slowly starting to re-deepen the breath, breathing into the belly. And then starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Slowly draw your knees up into your chest. And then gently roll over onto your right side. Pause there in your little fetus position. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, coming up to sit in a crossed leg at the front of your mat, keeping eyes closed. Taking palms together at heart center and then drawing thumbs up between the eyebrows. Press into that space and thank yourself, thank your body for moving with you and for you, for always helping you to achieve what you want to achieve. And then drawing hands back to heart center, bowing your head towards your hands, and just take a moment to say, I love me. To say that I am thankful, I am grateful for all opportunities that have come my way and for all opportunities that are still coming. Slowly bowing the head, bowing the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this loving, kind practice today. On a final note, I just want to say, it's important to remember that we are our own best friends.
We are the ones that can save us. We are the ones that are going to help us. We are the ones that essentially solve our problems. So treat yourself like you would treat your best friend, like your partner, like your parents, whoever you hold really dear to you. Make that person you as well. We spend so much time giving to other people, and a lot of the time aren't very good at giving back to ourselves. So this is just a reminder to take time for yourself and to love yourself. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you back here soon. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. Mwah.